The Galaxy E series of smartphones sit right below the A series in Samsung's pecking order. Today let's take a look at the larger of these two Galaxy E devices, the Galaxy E7. But before we do, if this is your first time here or in case you've forgotten, my name is Ash, this is C4E Tech and you're watching my full review of the Samsung Galaxy E7. Let's get started. While still a unibody design with metal on the back, unlike the Galaxy A series, the E7 does not have a metal frame. We have plastic to the sides instead. We just have the secondary noise cancelling microphone up top, volume rockers to the left, primary microphone, USB port and the 3.5mm headphone jack at the bottom, and to the right the power button and two slots. A nano SIM slot and a secondary slot where you could add either a nano SIM card or a micro SD card instead. To the front, on top, we have the earpiece, sensors and a 5-megapixel front-facing camera, lower below a 5.5-inch display, and at the bottom, the familiar physical home button with the capacitive recent apps and back keys on either side. The back is made out of aluminum, and here we have the LED flash 13-megapixel rear camera, the speaker, Samsung branding down below, and the Duos branding at the bottom. The Galaxy E7 is 7.3mm thick and weighs in at 141 grams. It feels well built, the buttons are tactile and responsive, but the omission of USB OTG and a notification LED and most importantly, a light sensor are just ridiculous in my honest opinion. Anyway, moving on, the Galaxy E7 sports a Gorilla Glass 4 covered 5.5-inch 720p Super AMOLED display, giving it a pixel density of 267 pixels per inch. It's a Super AMOLED display, so the blacks are deep, contrast great, and so are the viewing angles. The colors are vivid and the display is also bright with an additional outdoor mode that makes it very legible under direct sunlight. Underneath the hood, the Galaxy E7 is powered by a 64-bit capable Snapdragon 410 chip. That's 4 Cortex-A53 cores clocked at 1.2 GHz each, coupled with an Adreno 306 GPU and 2 GB of RAM. As evident by the benchmark scores here, this is a lower mid-range chip. Under intensive usage scenarios like gaming, it performs decently though. It ran most games that I threw at it, but there were frame drops and a bit of lag at times, especially at the highest graphical settings. The audio via the rear speaker is clear and the output levels are loud enough. The call quality and the audio via the 3.5mm headphone jack are decent as well. All this is powered by a non-user replaceable 2950 mAh battery and the battery life is excellent. On a looping video playback test, the Galaxy E7 lasted a little over 10 hours before running out of juice. In the time that I've spent with it, just like other Galaxy phones that I've recently tested, the E7 easily managed to get me through a day of moderate to heavy usage on a single charge. Next up, let's talk about the camera. The 13-megapixel rear camera performs well. It produces sharp images with natural colors. I faced no issues with white balance or exposure. The image processing is also good. The camera finds focus quick and the shutter speed's pretty acceptable. This camera can also shoot 1080p video at 30 frames per second and the video quality is similarly decent. The 5-megapixel front-facing camera also performed adequately. When it comes to the UI, it's similar to what we've seen on a lot of Galaxy devices. We have the mode key that lets you access common shooting modes. You can also download more modes from the Samsung App Store. The settings key gives you more detailed options and you can add the most commonly used ones to the shortcut bar on the left. The interface provides enough control while being easy enough to use. Next up, let's talk about the software. The Galaxy A7 runs on Android 4.4 KitKat with Samsung's custom TouchWiz UI on top. The first thing I noticed is the absence of an auto brightness option thanks to the lack of an ambient light sensor. Some Samsung features like S-Voice or haptic feedback for capacitive keys on the keyboard are omitted. You can get haptic feedback for the keyboard at least by installing a third-party alternative. But short of a custom ROM, you can't really do anything about the lack of haptic feedback for the capacitive keys. And no one really cares about S-Voice, so forget that. Anyway, barring these, it's a similar implementation of TouchWiz as to what we've seen on the Galaxy A series. We have the Themes app that lets you customize the look and feel of the UI. We have support for multi-window. You can run two apps simultaneously here, have an app pop up and float. The private mode's also available and so is the ultra power saving mode. Again, with the ultra power saving mode, the E7 does not turn the screen gray, meaning this mode is not going to be as effective on the E7 as it is on the Galaxy A series. Anyway, the Flipboard magazine is also present and as always, I hate it for the lag it brings with it. For the most part though, TouchWiz on the Galaxy A7 is smooth. Apps open up quick with the occasional delay or lag. Now with that, we get to the price. The Galaxy A7 sells for about 20,000 rupees or $320 US. And for this price, there are devices that I feel offer better performance. But if you're just looking at Samsung devices, the A7 does offer decent value. But then again, it looks like Samsung wants to push people to get the A series instead. And that seems to be the reason why they've omitted a lot, just for no reason. Adding an ambient light sensor, enabling haptic feedback or the grayscale option under the ultra power saving mode, or providing support for USB OTG. These aren't really gonna add to the cost of the device. These omissions, I feel, are a slap in the face of the end consumer. Is the Galaxy A7 a decent phone? Yes it is. It's a decent package, performs adequately, decent camera, display, excellent battery life, it's all there. But it's hampered by Samsung's unnecessary omissions that are in place just seemingly to create a difference between this and the A series. But if these features don't matter to you and you really want a Samsung phone in this price range, you could consider it. So I guess that's all I have to say about this phone. So what do you guys think? Do you feel Samsung should have not omitted those features? Do you feel that it's overpriced? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. So I guess that brings us to the end of this review. Hope you guys liked it. Hope you found it useful. If you did, please do give this video a thumbs up, and for more videos like this, stay subscribed. And if you do want to pick a Galaxy A7 up, you can do that from Flipkart or Amazon. I'll leave direct links in the description down below. So thanks a lot for watching. Till next time, this is Ash here from C4E Tech signing off. You guys have a great day. Bye bye now.